Yo, what's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. And before you ask, yes, I'm okay. This is the return of Final Fantasy XIV, the, I guess, conclusion of this long-awaited saga. Perfect Alexander's theme, aka Moebius. Now, before I get into this, it's going to be a little bit of a long intro. I've checked out, apparently, this whole thing except for Moebius. I checked out Locust and Metal in October of 2021. I checked out Rise earlier this year in February. And here we are with Perfect Alexander, I guess the finale of it. This is requested by Cain, Roflgnome, David, and a billion other people. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm not sure what the exact title is. If it's like Ultimate Alexander, Alexander Ultimate, Perfect. I'm sure you guys know, and I'm sure you'll all tell me. But either way, this has been marinating a very long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hear the whole 18-minute version of Locust, Metal, Rise, and then the one I've never heard. So the first three I've heard, and there's videos on them, so I'm not really going to be talking much about them. I'm going to see if I recognize them. I haven't heard them since. And then the final one I'll be paying attention to a lot, which is Moebius. Okay, now that that's over. The Alexander Ultimate, Perfect Alexander, Moebius, whatever you want to call it. Let's go strap in. Woo! See if I recognize these songs. We're gonna hang out for like 10 minutes before the finale, so. God, October 2021 was the last time I heard this song. It's currently June 2023. Sounds kind of familiar. A lot of songs sound familiar though. Is this the forward and back song? You know what's crazy? This happened not too long ago, where songs are now getting old to the point where it sounds like the first time again. I do not remember this. Can you remember what a song sounded like from a year and a half ago? I mean, yeah, like I recognize that kind of like chord progression. And I do know Metal uses that chord progression too. See, this is where I get confused though. Like, I would figure Metal Brute Justice was connected to this, but apparently it's not. I don't know. I don't know. You 14 fans are rabid. But yes, again, if you want to see my initial reactions to these first three songs, they're just on my channel. Okay, but I do remember the vibe. So if this one sounds like this, and Metal sounds like what I think it remembers what it sounds like, and Rise, then maybe this is kind of like a high energy type of song with the electric guitars and stuff. Anyways, let's just hang out and listen. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Brute Justice has the same chord progression. I don't know Metal. I forgot what Metal sounded like. I know what Brute Justice sounded like because I played it on guitar. It's got the horns and all that. Alright. That was Locust. Metal. Oh. Was it always this fast? Damn. Okay. Okay, memories are coming back slowly. Brute Justice must be the slower version of this? Either way, it's a good time. I mostly remember the cadence. Yeah, the cadence of these songs are really strong, actually. And they stick out amongst 14 songs. They're catchy, they're fun. Doesn't even feel like that long ago when I heard it. Time flies. I've done about 800 videos since then. Literally. I guess I don't remember this one as much because Brute Justice kind of like took over as far as which one I like better. I like the slower groove and the... I don't know, I just like Brute Justice better. On a side note, I know who Alexander is now. He's one of the settings in FF9. And a summon. Oh, that's cool. I'm not really reacting right now. Kind of, in a way. I'm just kind of enjoying the songs. Alexander grew wings. What the hell? Oh. Obviously they don't transition like that in the game, I'm assuming. This is just like a mix. What is this? Oh, it's Rise. Okay. I do remember kind of, because this was recent. And by recent I mean like 3-4 months ago. And I remember one thing. I liked the Pulse remix better. Because I heard both of them. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I was pretty honest about this one. I was like, this one was like, okay. In my honest opinion, this is my opinion. I would say it's the weakest of the series. But who knows? I haven't even heard the last one. The last one is what I'm waiting for. But it's just, I don't know. It's cool. Just, I mean, just in comparison to the Pulse remix, it was like night and day. I'm just not really a fan of vocals. I can't really hear. They just sound like mush and distortion. This is the kind of song I would really prefer. Like, that's cool right there. Is with sound effects, like the game actual playing. That would sound cool. Alright, when does Moebius start? Okay, we got a while. Apparently it's a 7-minute song. It's still catchy though, despite me even not really liking it too much. Isn't that funny how that works? You can't deny catchiness. And again, it's not like I hate it, it's just I find other songs better, that's all. This is the one that says Sonic Boom. Oh, that one. Where he spells out the name. Okay, yeah. Ah, he does say something. On a side note, this boss looks like a POS. I'm getting kind of nervous. It's coming up. It's been a big request for a long time. Since the same time I got requested the first ones. I'm barely getting to it. The song reminds me of like promos for like X Games or something. Alright. We have about a minute left before Moebius. I don't think I've done a video like this where I've just like... Well, it's not often something like this would happen. Alright, so all of them have been very energetic and fast and kind of almost punk-like. Alright, it's coming. My first time hearing Moebius. Nervous. Okay. It's already amazing. Oh, what is he doing? Ooh, the snares. Oh, you done made him angry. Angel wings. Same chord progression. That's cool. Oh. So it's basically the whole cadence, but orchestral, essentially. I really love that snare. Sounds very military. This fight seems like a chore. Dun 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 dun. I can't think of another song that really sounds like this from 14. With those drums. Like, that alone makes it stand out. Not even amongst this series, but like the game. Ah, nice release. Damn. Yeah, this is good. One of the few instances your host has context. A lot of moods. Triumphant, happy, scary. It's not really sitting in one spot. Which I'm guessing if this is a final phase, it's kind of like pushing you through that last section. That's cool. Whoa, is there 2 of them? 3 of them? I turned away for a second and there's multiple Alexanders. I'm not even gonna ask questions. Even the symbols too. Yeah, the percussion's really driving this forward. Oh, that's actually... Pretty crazy, it's the same composer from the previous 3 songs we just heard. It sounds like an entirely different person. And it may be. I know Soken isn't the only one involved, but I'm pretty sure this is all him. Or I'm sure he had help. This is one of those where kind of glad I didn't hear this first. Even if I didn't hear those other 3 in the same video, I would have recognized that motif. Dun 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 dun. That's an interesting timing for the symbols. See, now it sounds like less triumphant and more urgent. The way I see the way I hear this right here is like a home stretch. We're almost there type of thing. Kind of reminds me of Disney a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe just a little. That. Just that part, not the whole song. He's got you all in bird cages now? When is this gonna end? There's only 10 seconds left. Or did everyone just die? Well, that's one way to... Okay, damn. Did we just not have a happy ending there? That's cool. That's a sick image too. Okay. Thus concludes, I think, who knows, there'll probably be a comment being like, well, you forgot this one. But as far as I know, that concludes my Alexander section. I don't know what to call it. I don't know. Some people say raids. I'm not sure if this is considered a raid. Let's just call it the Alexander saga. So So it was really cool to look back. I don't ever really like hear songs I've heard before again. That just doesn't happen. So the only way that happens is if I personally end up liking it a lot myself, and then I just listen to it on my own. But for the most part, a lot of these songs I hear once and then just move on. And that was the case with the first one, which is Locust. I did not remember that at all. But of course, it was starting to come back. Like this was the basis of that melody and motif. So it was cool. It was nice to revisit that and hear that again. And I'm only going to talk briefly about the other ones because I want to talk about this one. Second one was Metal. And that one I do remember a little bit more. But I don't remember that one particularly. I guess now I do. But I really remember the Brute Justice one because that one was slower. I actually prefer that one because the melody rides a little better instead of like dun 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 dun. It's just like dun 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 dun. It's just a smoother flow to it. And I don't know, I prefer Brute Justice. But it wasn't here, so I don't know where that goes. Anyways, whatever. But it was nice to hear that again. And then Rise again, which was, you know, like I said, I don't hate it. It's just my least favorite of them, and it's cool. That's it, really. Nothing too exciting for me on that one. But I noticed with all those three, they all have this same sort of energy of like kind of, you know, punk and, well, not punk, but you know, just more distorted guitars and happy-go-lucky attitude, and well, I guess that's the right word. It had more of an attitude to them, a little bite to them. And then the star of the show, that's the main reason of this video, Moebius. I hope I'm saying that right. It's not like Moebius or something. Well, that was... I want you to put yourself in my shoes for a second. You know, not only is 14 still like the reigning king of views on this channel, so, you know, I know a lot of people are going to watch this, and they're all opinionated, and that's cool. But also, how long this has been brewing. Like, think of the requesters who requested this, how long they've been waiting. You know, there's a lot more to it than just, oh, I'm finally finishing this series. It's like, the order in which I do songs is like when I receive them, or, you know, some other instances, but this has been requested forever. And so there's a pressure there, and there's, you know, I just want to take it in as organic as possible. I don't want to think about all these other things, and so there's a little bit of pressure there. Not gonna lie, but as you know, I'm never gonna like fake it or be like, oh my god, that was so crazy. You know, that's just not me. But I will say, and I've been honest, I was honest earlier with Rise, this is great. I really enjoyed this one. And like, let's say this is your first video of you watching me. First of all, hello. Second, it is very rare that I dislike, you know, something from 14. It's happened just like two, three times out of like 70 videos that I've done. But this is good for a couple reasons. Now, in this case, I've heard those other ones, so I kind of had that motif in my head at least, so I can be like, oh, I recognize that motif. I couldn't say that a year ago, but now I can be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Second is, I think this kind of song sounds good on its own as well. Some songs can only, for me, really only hit the mark like in-game with like sound effects and like the whole like package deal, right? While sometimes standalone, they may not hit as hard. This one sounds good regardless. It's just a good piece of music. Even if I didn't hear those motifs, it's just really good. The tensity, the tension, and the like dynamics of the drums is really cool. I really like the snares. Actually, the whole rhythm section of the song was good. But the elephant in the room here is the contrast to the rest of those. So I don't know, but I'm assuming these songs play in that order, I would imagine. So if that's the case, then yeah, that really stands out, because we went from da 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 da, and then horns, and then all this, and then you know, P to the E to the or whatever, and then, or A to the whatever. And then all of a sudden just orchestral. Sounds like Yoko Shimomura all of a sudden, and it sounds like we're in a different game. So the whole mood just went, but in a good way. So there's a lot of reasons why I would like it. And plus, it just sounds epic. No pun intended. Which reminds me, again, I don't know how to even word this. Like, epic Alexander, ultimate Alexander, perfect Alexander. I've heard so many things. So it's confusing from an outsider, right? Like, the song titles, where they belong, you know, so that's a whole other thing. So yeah, orchestral, and again, the big contrast from everything that we just heard prior. It sticks out. And it's funny because I was looking at the footage the whole time, and I was like, this guy seems like he's kind of annoying. And it's 18 minute, at least an 18-minute fight at least. So, and then from this, I don't know 14, but that doesn't look good. that looks bad. Because every other video I get, you can see like the boss like going down, and then people like celebrating. There was no celebration here. So, don't know what Moebius means either. I don't know what anything means in 14. But I do know Alexander now. I could say that since I started hearing these songs. I've played 4 Final Fantasy games now. 4? I think. Let me think. 7 remake. 7. 8. 9. Yes. 4. And each of those have Alexander in it, except maybe remake. I'm not sure if remake has it. I don't think it do. Don't remember. But the other ones do. 7, 8, and 9 do. And in 9, it's I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's never played 9, but 9, it's a big deal. No pun intended. And it took me by total surprise. So obviously this character is a staple, at least has been for years. I'm not sure if they've been around since, like, say the beginning. Like, I know there's a lot of like tropes with FF, like chocobos and Moogles and stuff like that, but I'm not sure about like all the characters. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. I liked it. It was really good, and it's a nice cap to all of it because it's literally the motif that I've been hearing for a year and a half, and I can recognize. One of the few that I can like really recognize, you know, because I don't listen to 14 every day. I hear it kind of like throughout random weeks, months, but I've always been able to catch like these motifs from this section, right? The little dun 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 dun. I'll always remember that. I'm always gonna remember the da 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 da. And then even Rise has a lot of memorable stuff. So, and now this one, which, I mean, if I want to get technical, I don't know if it really introduced anything new per se. The melodies were there obviously, but the only thing that really stuck out like kind of new were like the percussion, the snares, the huge crash cymbals. But I'm not sure, you know, I only heard it once. I'm not sure if it brought any new melodies in there. I can't remember at the top of my head. But either way, it's a nice what I assume is the ending of this series. Who knows? I'm sure someone out there will be like, well, you know, there's also this and this and this from Alexander. I don't know, whatever. As far as I know, which is very little, that is the end of the Alexander insert thing here. And very cool. Really lived up to it. The pressure was gone once it started. And, you know, it's always nice to do a big request that people want to see and all that, you know. I'm sorry, I don't really work on like popularity of songs. I have over 2,000 requests, so you know, I don't know what to say to that, but it's a long process. There's a lot to do, and it just makes me feel good that, you know, there's still like a audience out there and they care about what I think. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go before I start sounding cringy. Thank you again to Cain, Roflgnome, David, and anyone else who requested it, which has been hundreds at this point of you. Thanks to everyone that you see on the screen. Thanks to you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.